What is up, everybody? It is your boy Kyle. It's my birthday week, and we have a crazy story today that I just saw on Facebook, and I feel like it really needs to be addressed, so let's just jump right into it. It's no secret, but Carnival is raising their gratuities per day, per person, and that's all fine and dandy. They work very hard, but somebody raised a flag on Facebook saying that these crew members aren't actually getting our gratuities. So let's talk about it. This video is going to be focused on just talking about cabin stewards and how much they're making from cleaning our rooms. Please note that this Facebook post doesn't reflect the new $16 a day per person for gratuity. It's actually the $14.50. This post is a little bit under a month old. So in the original post, the person who wrote this talked about how room stewards were making $31.08 for a 7-day cruise, meaning that for a 7-day cruise, it's $4.44 a day. So the original author of this post spoke with his cabin steward to see how many rooms he cleaned per sailing, which he said it's around 36 rooms a day. So he did some simple math. He took the $4.44 that he gets per day and multiplies that by 36. So essentially that comes up to a little under $160, and we take that $160 times that by 30 days. Sometimes there's 28 days, sometimes there's 31 days, but he took the average of 30 days a month, which comes out to a little under $4,800 a month. That's really good money, and especially if you don't have to pay for housing, that's amazing money. However, the post goes on to say that everyone knows stewards don't make that much. I'm not sure how he knows that. Personally, I never really thought about how much money a room steward made. However, he doubles down and says this is only for one person in a cabin, which usually there's always 2 to 3 people in a cabin. So essentially he's taking the original around $4,800 and multiplying that by 2, because there's going to be 2 guests in each cabin, and he's coming around $9,500 a month, which is almost $120,000 a year. And this is just on gratuity. This isn't including the actual cruise salary as well. So potentially there is a lot of money to be made on these cruise ships. One thing this post isn't considering is the fact that there are usually 2 to 3 room stewards that are cleaning your room. So if you take that $9,500 and divide it by 2 to 3, then you're starting to look around $3,000 a month. However, it looks like when he talked to his cabin steward, the cabin steward only said that he made $2,500 a month. So, of course, I went on to Glassdoor to double check, and it said it was around $2,100 per month for a room steward salary. Now, here comes the questions, because the math isn't mathing. I fully follow where this guy's numbers are coming along, and I think it does make sense that there is around $9,500 a month for 36 rooms. Granted, other ships might have a lower number of rooms per room steward. Other ships might have a higher number of rooms per room steward. We all know that staff shortages are very apparent now in 2023, and it's very hard to get a work visa for the United States as of right now. So some people might even be doing more than 36 rooms, which I feel absolutely terrible for. I would hate to pick up after over 72 people, but that is their job, and they should be compensated very handsomely for that. But that's where the problem lies. The poster went on to show how much he was charged for his 7-day sailing for the room stewards, and it looked like it was just around $31.08. You multiply that by 2, you get $62.16, and then you multiply that by the 36 rooms, and you're getting $2,237 and some change. And you times that by 4 for 4 weeks in a month, and that's a little under $9,000. Divide that, and we'll be generous and say 3 people working helping clean rooms, when in actuality it might be 2. That's around $3,000, and this is all based off old numbers, not including the new Carnival increase in gratuities. But what I find fascinating is now Carnival is making more money than it had in the past. Are they withholding tip money? I'll just straight up say it. Are they withholding money that should be going to their crew, their very hard-working crew, to help boost their corporate bottom line? I don't know. I've listened to Carnival's earnings calls, and they have a very positive outlook. Is that because they're taking this increased tip money and putting it directly into their pocket? Because just the increase alone per person for a 7-day cruise is around $10.50. And if you do that for 2 people in a cabin, it's $21. And then you multiply that by the 1,000 cabins on board, and you get $22,000 just on increased tips, just for room stewards in 2023. Times that by how many ships Carnival's operating, times that by how many weeks there are in a year. You are looking at millions of dollars just an increase for $1.50. And if Carnival's not giving that away to their crew members, that's going directly into their pocket. I could see why Carnival's outlook is looking so positive, because they're just taking their hardworking crew members' money, and I honestly won't stand for it. I am not an investigative journalist, let me be very clear. This is just a post that I found extremely interesting because the numbers are making sense to me, but it's not making sense to the people who are getting paid on those ships. Personally, would I like to see a statement from Carnival to show where the money's going? Yeah, I mean, they are a publicly traded company. They do owe that to some of their shareholders. I don't own many shares, but I do own some shares of Carnival stock. So as a young Warren Buffett, I'd be curious to see what the Carnival Corporation is doing behind the scenes. Again, I'm not making this to be a hit piece on Carnival. I do sail Carnival quite often. I like the vibes that they have on board, but when it comes to money for the hardworking staff that don't see their families for months and months at a time, I do believe some answers are owed, because this post was extremely concerning and it was a really controversial post. There was hundreds of comments on this. Some people were also puzzled. Some people were trying to justify it. And a lot of people just came to the same conclusion that the math isn't mathing. And to be quite honest, I don't think we're owed an explanation, but I do think the crew members who spend 6 to 8 months away from their family at a time are. And I hope they see this video and comment below, because I'm very curious to see if they're being compensated fairly. This isn't our normal type of video, but we do have a very small platform in comparison to a lot of other YouTubers. But we do want to use our platform as a vessel to spread news and give the attention to people that deserve it. And the crew members deserve our attention more than anyone else. And if we don't look out for them, who's going to look out for them? They're signed to these contracts. Who knows what's in their contracts? They might not even be able to speak on this, but if there's somebody that wants to comment below and just let us know, maybe this math is wrong, or maybe we're overlooking something, there might be a piece of the puzzle missing here, I'd greatly appreciate it, because I'm actually concerned about this. And I feel like if you watch this video, maybe you should have some thoughts as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment below if you know anything about this. If you talk to a room steward and some of these numbers are off, I would love to know. I am always here to learn. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.